This is Daryl from Crypto Daily Trade Signals coming to you live from Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam, and good morning and good evening and good afternoon to all my friends, subscribers, and members in the house. I just want to give a big shout out to Jerry and Louise Ricine. These are David's parents, and Louise just had an 83rd birthday, guys. So big happy birthday to her, delayed. And I just want to say a big shout out to Dragon, Kate, Dustin, David Ricine, and all of my super members, all of my moderators, all of my fans, all of my subscribers. This channel is about you, it's for you. I'm working for you. And today we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about this could be the last chance to be buying Dogecoin and other cryptos at these low prices. So this is a really good time to be alive. We're going to talk about some huge technical patterns that we're seeing on Dogecoin and on Bitcoin that could indicate possible breakout to the upside. Also, we're going to talk about what's happening next week. We've got the jobs data coming out, and how is that going to affect the crypto markets. We're also going to talk about Plan B, stock to flow model. Is $100,000 Bitcoin still possible? Is it still possible, or are we not going to get there? We're going to talk about that. What's the overall sentiment? Are people bullish? Are people bearish? We're going to talk about that. So remember, let's jump into it. Remember, none of this is financial advice. This video is solely purposes for educational purposes only. And so watch out for nasty scammers in the contents. So let's get into it. Let's jump into it without any delay. Let's do it. All right, so, it's Monday morning here. It's early morning, and yeah, it looks like it's going to rain. We got cloudy sky. It's a little bit chilly-willy here, and we're still seeing some positive signs, some positive growth for Bitcoin, and institutional investors are not slowing down on Bitcoin. And here's why and how much they owe. So, institutional investors are still pretty positive, and you can see the institutional wallets nearing 10% of total supply. So 10% of the total Bitcoin supply is owned by institutions, and not only Bitcoin. We're talking about other coins like Ethereum, Solana, ADA. Some of the top projects are also being held by institutions. So data shows that institutions now own almost 8% of the total supply, and the top holders now have hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin in their care. And the cumulative total from Bitcoin Treasury puts a total BTC held by institutions, investors at more than 1.6 million Bitcoins. Can you imagine that? According to the total value, it's 7.91% of the total BT supply. So it just goes to show that this bull run, this year it's totally different than other years, guys. We've never seen so much institutional adoption. This is the first time we've seen this, and that's what makes me believe that this market, this second leg of the bull run, is foamy, it's frothy, and I still think we got lots of gas in the tank, and that we can go higher and higher, and I really think that's going to happen. So right here, Bitcoin Treasuries data puts a total cost basis of about 53 billion. So when they bought these coins, they paid around about 53.9 billion, and now the total value is around about 77.8 billion. So you're seeing that a lot of these institutional buyers, despite the markets going up and down, they're still pretty much in the green, guys. So if I was an institutional buyer, I would not be complaining. And a total of 61 institutional investors were compiled that have invested in Bitcoin. Some institutional investors have only invested a small amount, as low as 2 Bitcoins, while others have hundreds of thousands. And one of the biggest institutional holders of Bitcoin right now is Grayscale, with a whopping 654,885 Bitcoins currently held in a trust. And its BTC holdings are up 118%. So, Grayscale, they're making bank on Bitcoin, and hopefully a lot of other people are doing the same thing. So MicroStrategy, a subsidiary of MicroStrategy under Bitcoins are purchased, currently holds 108,991 Bitcoins. And their cost basis was about 2.9 million, and now the current value is 5.1 million. So the company's already made 100% gains. So, Michael Sayer, he's a Bitcoin maxi, and you can see they've made 100% gains in a very short period of time. Where else can you make 100% gains in a very short period of time? Interesting fun fact is that the government of Bulgaria currently holds one of the largest pots of institutional investors. Bulgaria holds 213,519 Bitcoin. So you can just see that, on the cost basis, they paid $3.3 billion, and now it's worth $10 billion. So they're up 300%. So not only are institutions, but also countries are jumping into Bitcoin. I have been holding Bitcoin for a long time, and it wouldn't be surprised me that if sometime in the future the U.S. and other developed countries start jumping in to Bitcoin and holding that as part of their federal or national reserve currency as well. So this is really bullish news. Some other news that's also coming out right now is that Plan B stock to flow model price predicts 100K. So there's been a lot of people who've been saying that it's not going to happen. But Plan B, he's still saying that the stock to flow model, price model, in basic terms, the model quantifies the commodities Bitcoin scarcity and divides it by the yearly issuance. So he's still adamant that we're going to hit 100K. A lot of other people saying it's not going to happen, but from my perspective personally, I still believe we're going to hit 100K. It's absolutely incoming. It's just a matter of time, guys, and we're going to get there this Christmas. So hopefully you guys can understand where we're going with that, and definitely we are definitely going to get there. You guys know it, we know it, and we could see even a $10,000 Ethereum coming in sometime in December. And I'm still pretty bullish for Dogecoin coming in at my lowest estimate would be around about 94 cents. That would be my lowest estimate for December. Sometimes, and you guys have to understand the pattern of Dogecoin. Dogecoin will go up, and then it just kind of goes sideways for a very long period of time, sideways, and then it will take off again. And this tends to be the general trend and the way Dogecoin goes. But there's also right now Dogecoin and Bitcoin, there's a lot of synergies and linkages. So when you see Bitcoin going up, Dogecoin will also go up, usually in a more volatile manner. So if Bitcoin goes up 2%, you can see Dogecoin go up 4%. But the opposite is always true as well. When Bitcoin goes down and Ethereum goes down, you also see Dogecoin go down, but it often goes down in a higher degree or to a higher with more velocity. So a lot of people panic. Don't panic. Don't wet the bed. Price movements are very normal. What do I see going on for this week? We see basically things going sideways. And remember, we have the jobs data coming out as well pretty soon. So depending on, and the jobs data doesn't look so good, so that could push some downward pressure on the market. So you guys just have to keep an eye on that and expect some volatility. So what's the Bitcoin weekly outlook? Why a 50K retest is likely ahead of Friday's and U.S. jobs data. So you guys know that things to focus on this week. The first half of the week is there's no major economic news, but on September 1st, we have the jobs data coming out. And right now, we expect that the U.S. economy added 763,000 jobs in August, about 19% lower than July. So this is really disappointing news, and this could technically push down all the broader markets. The S&P, the Dow Jones could go down because of this, and typically it will most likely go down. And so this is happening on Friday, guys. So expect the crypto markets to be in the red on Friday. So that might be a good time to dollar cost average. So normally the OG in the house, I do my dollar cost averaging every Thursday, but I'm going to be moving it up to Friday or Saturday Asia time, which is Friday US time, because I want to take advantage of that dip. So remember, yesterday I talked about dollar cost averaging. And you need to just do that dollar cost average over long term, and this is the best way to build up your crypto stacks, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. That's what I'm doing. And in the video yesterday, you have to go back and watch it. I also gave the dollar cost averaging calculator tool, and I left the link in there so you can go back and see for yourself how that works. So for the technical setup, technically Bitcoin has been trending inside a very short-term ascending triangle. You can see here. And I think that we could have a pullback to $47,000 after the jobs data comes out. And this weekend, let's see, we may have a green weekend depending on how things pan out. So I'm kind of 50-50. I think this, for the most part, this week is going to be a lot of sideways stuff, and we're not going to be seeing any huge green candles. I think we're really going to be range bound between 5 to 8% across most of the cryptocurrencies, guys. So I really wouldn't panic too much. This is just part of the process, and hopefully once the jobs data is gone and within 24 to 48 hours, that will pass. Don't forget, on September 27th, we've got the big infrastructure bill that's going to be voted. There's probably a 99% chance it's going to pass, guys. So that's probably going to also send the markets down a little bit. So don't panic, guys. We're going to get there. Remember, we still have some time before we hit the end of the year. So I wouldn't panic too much, because things can rise or dump, in a moment's notice. Remember the May big dump because of the China miners, and I call it the Ben and Tweed dump. So you can see huge things happen in a very short period of time. Woo! So let's get into it. Let's jump into the Bitcoin price right now. So right now, at time of recording, Bitcoin is trading at $49,000, and that's pretty much where it was yesterday. And we're still above my 48,800. So we're still above the 48,800 support level. So something really interesting to see on the one-day chart. We're kind of seeing this whole a cup and handle pattern forming here. So we have this big cup here, and then we have the handle forming. Some people may even call it inverted head and shoulders pattern. So typically, this is a very bullish pattern, and I really see that we're going to see a huge breakout coming soon, because you can see in this area we're having a lot of consolidation. It's like a spring. There's pressures there. It's pressure, consolidation, and hopefully we can blow past that, because $50,000 is becoming a huge psychological test area for Bitcoin, and that's also why we're seeing Dogecoin and Ethereum also trending and ranging in the same pattern, because everything is really dependent right now on Bitcoin, because the dominance is around 43%. So we really need Bitcoin to break out past that 50,000, because it seems that the crypto markets are really stalled right now. Sure, there's going to be some exceptions like Solana, Helium, and Luna, who are really breaking out, but that's because they've had some developments on their blockchain and some partnerships. So that's what's really driving that. It's like kind of like the news is really driving that. But overall, you're seeing that the crypto markets are following Bitcoin, and right now Bitcoin is really trading sideways and is really range bound. But I believe if you look at this huge cup and handle, and we're also seeing that on Dogecoin. So this is really, I believe, this is the last chance to be buying Bitcoin under $50,000. So you guys, this is not financial advice. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm seeing. I've been in this business a long time, so I really believe that we're going to definitely be breaking out soon. It's just a matter of time. So, all right, guys, let's move on. So let's take a look at the fear and greed. Fear and greed is still at 72. It's still pretty much unchanged from where we are yesterday. So things are still looking pretty bullish. So you can still see we're in the greed, and this means that there's still a lot of positive sentiment out there. Let's look at the altcoin season. It's still altcoin month. Season is not there, and we're still moving into altcoin year. But this month is definitely altcoin season. So that's why we're seeing a lot of the altcoins moving. We're seeing double-digit percentage growth. But right now we're seeing everything is kind of like, the crypto market right now is like a sailboat in the ocean, and there's no wind. So we're really not moving anywhere, and we're really waiting for the next big catalyst, the next big jolt. And I think, the markets are going to be really slow this week, because people are going to be anticipating the jobs data. Institutional buyers are going to be waiting on the sidelines to wait for this jobs data to come out, because like I said, on Friday we're going to see the broader markets dump, and we're going to see also cryptos follow in line with that. So with that being said, just be a cautionary tale, and I think that Friday could be an excellent opportunity to buy some dips in dollar cost average and bring down your strike price. Woo! Let's get it. Some other news, this is about the adoption rate of Ethereum and the explosive growth. So this guy here on Twitter, Ben Tang, he's a pretty good analyst, and what he's saying is that SegWit is the Bitcoin layer solution that allows transactions across the Bitcoin network. So SegWit went live 2017, August 25th, and is currently used for about 80% of all Bitcoin transactions. EIP went live on August 5th and already has 55% adoption rate. So SegWit took almost 2 years to reach these levels. So what they're saying is that the Ethereum adaptation of the new London fork has moved 34 times faster than Bitcoin. So you can just see that Ethereum is on fire in terms of changing, adaptation, and moving the network further and further. And that's why a lot of people still think that Ethereum could flip Bitcoin in the future. And remember, with this new EIP 1559, the London hard fork, you're seeing that Ethereum is becoming more and more deflationary day by day, year by year. So this is really positive news for Ethereum. And I'm also an Ethereum maxi. I believe that Ethereum in the future could overtake Bitcoin or get pretty close to it. And definitely the market cap is going to be increasing. And this just goes to show, if you look at the DeFi pulse here, this is the total amount of Ethereum that's locked in to DeFi, and that's 82 billion. So 82 billion dollars is locked in to DeFi on the ERC20 blockchain, which is Ethereum, guys. So the number one DeFi project right now is Aave, and that's the king daddy of them all. So you guys can go to DeFiPulse.com, and you can get lots of information about DeFi. It's a really good place to look around, and if you don't have any experience with DeFi, you can click on all the links and it tells you what it is, what's it used for, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool news, cool, interesting stuff. So let's take a look at Ethereum price right now. So you can see Ethereum right now, it's now trading at $3,205, and it's pretty much range bound. It's doing exactly the same thing that Bitcoin is doing. So I think that we're just going to be range bound till the end of the week. Nothing much is going to happen. We could see ourselves dropping down on Friday and retesting this support level here at 3150 area. So nothing to be really, the crypto markets, like I said, just kind of like blah right now. And so hopefully just keep an eye on the charts. Don't expect too much, guys, this week. So as long as we don't drop down below 3,000, we should be fine. The worst case scenario, we could be going down to 3,000, but I don't think we're going to go down that deep. Let's take a look at the Ethereum burn right now. So Ethereum right now is burned 132,630. I just changed 132,707 Ethereum. So it's one of the biggest bonfires on planet Earth right now. So it's amazing, guys. But this is really cool news. This is really good for Ethereum because it means that we're becoming more and more deflationary day by day, second by second, minute by minute, guys. So keep on keeping on, guys. It's a great time to be alive. Let's take a look at Cardano in the house. Yesterday I printed this ascending triangle, and ascending triangles are typically bearish, and you can see that exactly as I predicted, it's broken down below this yellow line here. So hopefully we can get back past above that, but ADA has some huge overhead resistance at $3. It's really psychological. We've tried to push past that on a couple occasions, but we keep getting rejected. So we're just going to have to keep on keeping on, and I don't think ADA is going to get past $3 this week. I think we'll be range bound, and I mean, worst case scenario, we're going to get pushed back down to 260 this week with this jobs data coming out. So guys, just hold tough, don't panic. Dollar cost average. Solana on the other hand is trading at $96.67, and right now it's up almost 2.5%. So as I said yesterday, we formed this bull flag. You can see that this is the flagpole here, this is the flag, and this tends to be a very bullish pattern. So we should see some kind of breakout moving to the upside, and then our next overhead resistance at $108, guys. So hopefully, I'd love to see us pass that because I'm holding a big stack of Solana, and I did tell people here to get into Solana when it was like $65. So hopefully some of you did that. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is what I'm doing. I picked up some more at 65, so I'm still doing pretty good. I'm in profit right now. So let's take a look at the Doge in the house. So right now Doge is trading at 28.4. So as you guys can see, let me blow that up so you can get my face out of there. Get my face. I'm getting dizzy. Let me get my face out of there. Come on, chart. Sometimes these charts, they just don't love the OG. Some of these charting. So we're seeing a very tiny green candle here, and right here is 28.5. So we're just at our support level of 28.5 right now, and we're at 28.4. So for the rest of the day, you're seeing pretty much it's going to be range bound. We've got this triangle here. So hopefully, I think we're just going to go sideways for the most of the week. I don't expect anything big or major happening. But once again, we've got a very similar pattern that we have with Bitcoin. We have this whole cup and handle here. This is the cup. This is the handle, and this is typically a very bullish pattern on the 1 day. So guys, you guys are just gonna have to be patient. Expect that Friday there's going to be some pullbacks, and this weekend I think it's going to be pretty much neutral. I don't think it's going to be green. I don't think it's going to be red. We're just going to be really range bound between 1 to 5% up or down. So it's going to be a plus or minus 1 to 5%. So this week is going to be pretty much flat, and that's the way I really see it. That's the way I call it, guys. So let's take a look at the Doge on the 4-hour chart. So you can see here that right now, let me blow that up so you can see that. So right now we've got some really good news, is that we've just gone past the 200-day and the 20-day moving average, and now we just have to fight to get ourselves past the 50. So this is pretty good on the 4-hour. We're looking pretty good. So hopefully we can stay and maintain and build ourselves up and get to 29 cents. I think it's going to be a pretty long fight to get to 29 cents, but let's see. But you can see that the volumes here are really small, really slim. This triangle just flashed. This is a buying indicator right now. So it looks like Doge is trying to break out on the 4 hour. So this is positive news. Let's see if we can keep that momentum. But at least we have gone past the 220-day EMA and the different weekly moving averages. So that's really good because that's a key area that we need to stay above. So that's going to act as a support, and hopefully that will push us past the 50-day moving average really soon, guys. So some other news that's kind of fun news is that there was one bar in Brussels now is accepting cryptocurrency. So there's a bar in Brussels frequently located by different kinds of people. They are now allowing people to pay with cryptocurrencies. That's kind of fun news. So with that being said, let's take a look at the sentiment right now. So the number of mentions on social media, you can see over the weekend that let me get my face out of the way. So you can see that over the weekend the amount of activity on social media for Dogecoin was really down, and that's why we also saw that a lot of the volume was also down as well. So you can see that as the price goes down, the sentiment goes down. So hopefully we need to get more and more stories and things moving on the social media, and that will also help build additional hype to get the price moving forward, guys. So you can see that the support and resistance level, you can see that this is becoming darker and darker red, and that means the darker the color means the more resistance it is, and the lighter color means support. So we're seeing some huge resistance. This is at 35 cents here, and we're seeing that there's some huge resistance building up around 32 cents, guys. So this is really we just need to get Doge moving. And the only way that's going to happen is if we get Bitcoin breaking out, guys. So let's get it happening. So let's jump into the market marks right now. Let me give this a minty refresh. Let's refresh it for you guys out there right now. Let's do it. So right now we can see that the total market cap is 2.13 trillion, and it's pretty much unchanged, but my volume is super sad. It's at 58.11 billion, and my Bitcoin dominance is still below 43%, which is really good, and that's at 42.89, but it's still not going down as fast as I would like, guys. So let's take a look at the broader markets. Let me give this a refresh for you guys so we can see exactly what's going on. Right now we can see that Bitcoin is at $48,658. Woo! But we're still down almost 2%, so that's not looking good. Ethereum is still it's down 2%, and that's at 3,213. But over the last 30 days, we're still painting some green. ADA right now is up 120% in 30 days, and that's at $2.88. So it's showing a little bit of life. It's bouncing back, and it's up 1.08%. And BNB in the house is down 3%. It's up 50% for the whole month, and it's trading at $479. And right now, but Doge in the house is still up almost 37%, and we're down 1.67%, guys. So we're kind of in the doldrums. The crypto market is just kind of like blah right now, and Doge is at 28.4, guys. And Solana is also picking up some green right now, and it's at 97.78, guys, but it's still up almost 200% for the whole month, so not too shabby. And so this is a good opportunity, but I would not go bargain hunting now. Wait till we get the jobs data out on Friday US time before you guys contemplate dollar cost averaging and buying the dips, because I think there's going to be a big dip coming on when that jobs data comes out. So I'm holding off right now. I'm going to be watching the markets closely and following along to see and get the dips. All right, guys. So with that being said, don't forget we've got this we've got the one Ethereum announcement that's going to be coming out at 9 o'clock my time on Twitter. We're just going to make a very quick announcement, so you're going to have to go up there, and you're going to have to get on my Twitter and follow my Twitter. If you're not following, you cannot win. So that's the way that's going to happen. So you gotta, if you want to be in it to win it, you got to follow us on Twitter. So get it done. And right now we have 1,957 followers on Twitter. And if you're not getting any notifications from YouTube, sometimes it happens. Follow us on Twitter, and you'll get all those notifications, guys. Alrighty. So with that being said, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe right now, subscribe, do it, and you don't want to miss any of these time-sensitive videos, guys. I love you guys to death. Don't forget to check out my links. Remember, none of this is financial advice. We have it right there in the comments. All the descriptions, all of these links can be found in the description of the video. So go down there, check out all the links. Go to Zen Music Addict, guys. If you need to relax, find your soul, check out Zen Music Addict. If the cryptos are making you upset, chill out, guys, and go to Zen Music Addict. Why wouldn't you want to do it? Become a Patreon member. Support the channel. Buy the channel on coffee. And if you want to show some love, just support the channel. And don't forget to give us super chats in the live streams. And go to the merch, guys. We got tons of merch. We got T-shirts. We got polo shirts. We got hoodies for men and women. We got tons of stuff. And we also got a lot of non-clothing items like the Mugdy Mug. Get the Mugdy Mug. I love the Mugdy Mug. So with that being said, guys, remember, I work for you. God bless each and every one of you. Go with God. Be with God. I love you guys to death. I'll see you in the next one. Woo! Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. All right.